In The Psychology of Money, Housel emphasizes the incredible power of compounding. Let's delve into this concept with a fascinating story. Imagine two friends, Ben and Arthur. They both decide to invest, but they start at different stages of their lives. Ben, being a forward thinker, starts investing $2,000 a year at the tender age of 19. Arthur, on the other hand, procrastinates a bit and doesn't start investing the same amount until he's 27. Now, you might think that Ben, with his early head start, would end up with more money by the time they retire. But here's where the magic of compounding comes into play. Despite Arthur starting 8 years later, he ends up with more money at retirement. Why is that? The answer lies in the power of compounding. The money that Ben invested had more time to grow exponentially, and as time went on, these returns snowballed into a substantial sum. Compounding is like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small and the growth seems insignificant, but as it continues to roll, it picks up more snow, growing larger and faster. It's not just the original snowball that's growing, but all the snow it's picked up along the way too. This is how compounding works. The money you invest earns returns, and those returns earn returns, and this process repeats itself year after year, creating a snowball effect. But the key to harnessing this power is starting early. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. In our story, Ben's money had 8 more years to compound compared to Arthur's. And even though they both invested the same amount annually, those 8 extra years made a significant difference to their final sums. The returns on Ben's investments had more time to compound, leading to a larger total amount. So what does this tell us? It shows us that when it comes to investing, time truly is your best friend. The longer you can leave your money to grow, the more it will compound and the larger your snowball will become. It's not about timing the market or finding the next hot stock. It's about giving your investments the time they need to grow. This story also teaches us the importance of discipline and consistency in investing. It's not about making one big investment and hoping for the best. It's about making regular investments, no matter how small, and letting them grow over time. It's about understanding that the path to wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. So remember, when it comes to investing, time is your best friend thanks to the magic of compounding. The earlier you start, the more your money can grow, and the more it grows, the larger your financial snowball will become. It's a simple yet powerful concept that can make a significant difference to your financial future. Another key point Housel makes is about the role of luck in financial success. Let's consider this through the lens of a real-life story. Picture this. A young man named Chris Sacca, fresh out of law school, saddled with student debt, decides to take a risk. He invests in a couple of startups that at the time were barely blips on the radar. Those startups? Twitter and Instagram. Now one could argue that Sacca's success was solely due to his foresight and investing acumen. But let's take a step back. What if Sacca had been born 10 years earlier or later? What if he had decided to pay off his debt before investing? What if he had chosen a different path entirely? Suddenly his success story seems less about strategy and more about being in the right place at the right time. This isn't to downplay Sacca's skills or dismiss the importance of knowledge and strategy in investing. Instead, it's to highlight that luck plays a significant role in financial outcomes. There are countless variables beyond our control that can impact our financial journey. Think about it. The year you were born determines the economic conditions during your prime earning years. The country you're born in can drastically affect your opportunities for wealth creation. Yet, acknowledging the role of luck in financial success isn't about feeling powerless or leaving everything up to chance. It's about understanding that our financial journey isn't just a straight path determined by our actions. It's a complex web of intersecting paths, influenced by factors both within and beyond our control. This perspective can keep us humble, reminding us that our success isn't just a product of our hard work or intelligence. It can also keep us compassionate, understanding that those who struggle financially aren't always at fault. Sometimes they're just dealt a tougher hand. Moreover, recognizing the role of luck can make us more resilient. If we understand that financial success isn't guaranteed, no matter how smart or hardworking we are, we're less likely to be devastated by setbacks. Instead, we can view them as an inherent part of the journey, equipping us to better handle the ups and downs of our financial life. So, what's the takeaway? Embrace the role of luck in your financial journey. Celebrate your successes, but remember the factors that helped you along the way. Understand that setbacks aren't always a reflection of your abilities or choices. And most importantly, keep a realistic outlook, acknowledging that while you can control your actions, you can't control everything. luck plays a significant role in financial outcomes. Recognizing this fact can keep us grounded and realistic. Housel also distinguishes between getting rich and staying rich. Let's understand this through the story of a well-known personality. Consider the tale of Hollywood superstar Nicolas Cage. Cage, a versatile actor known for his roles in films like National Treasure and Ghost Rider, amassed a fortune over his illustrious career. In his prime, Cage was one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, earning upwards of $20 million per movie. But despite his sizable income, Cage found himself in a financial quagmire. The actor's wealth was fleeting, and it wasn't due to a lack of work or a downturn in the movie industry. Rather, Cage's financial woes were the result of uncontrolled spending and poor financial decisions. He splurged on a string of luxury homes, a private island, rare artifacts, and even a dinosaur skull. This reckless spending, coupled with issues with the IRS over unpaid taxes, led to Cage losing his fortune and facing severe financial hardship. This story underscores a critical distinction that Husserl points out in The Psychology of Money: the difference between getting rich and staying rich. Getting rich is about earning money. It's about your salary, your investments, and your returns. But staying rich? That's a whole different ballgame. Staying rich is about preserving and growing the wealth you have amassed. It involves making prudent financial decisions and avoiding unnecessary risks. It's about understanding that more money doesn't necessarily equate to a more lavish lifestyle. It's about discipline and humility. Discipline is about controlling your spending, living within your means, and planning for the future. It's about not letting your wealth change your spending habits drastically. It's about understanding that a high income is not a green light for reckless spending. Humility, on the other hand, is about knowing that wealth can be fleeting. It's about understanding that financial success today doesn't guarantee success tomorrow. It's about acknowledging that no matter how wealthy you are, poor financial decisions can still lead to ruin. Smart choices are also pivotal in maintaining wealth. These choices involve investing wisely, diversifying your portfolio, and seeking professional advice when needed. It's about understanding the difference between needs and wants, and not letting the latter dictate your spending. Nicolas Cage's story is a potent reminder of the difference between getting rich and staying rich. It shows us that while earning money may seem like the end goal, it's only half the battle. The real challenge lies in maintaining and growing that wealth over time. So, as we navigate our financial journeys, let's remember this crucial distinction. Let's strive not just to earn wealth, but to manage it wisely, to make smart decisions, and to maintain financial discipline and humility. Building wealth is one thing, but maintaining it requires discipline, humility, and smart choices. Housel delves into the psychology of fear and greed in financial decisions. The 2008 financial crisis offers a perfect illustration of this. Picture this: it's 2008, and the world is in the throes of a global financial meltdown. Stock markets are plummeting, banks are collapsing, and the economic forecast is bleak. It's a scene of chaos and uncertainty, and for many investors, it's a time of sheer terror. In the midst of this crisis, fear was the reigning emotion. Investors watched as their portfolios shrank and many panicked. This fear led to rash decisions. Some sold their investments at a loss, desperate to salvage what they could. The instinct to protect one's assets is understandable, but those who succumbed to fear ended up missing out on the recovery that followed. However, not everyone reacted this way. Some, driven by a different emotion, greed, saw the crisis as an opportunity. With prices at an all-time low, they bought cheap. They were willing to take the risk, anticipating a market rebound. When the market did eventually recover, these investors reaped significant rewards. This stark contrast in reactions to the 2008 financial crisis brings us face to face with the psychology of fear and greed. These two powerful emotions can heavily influence our financial decisions, often to our detriment. Fear, typically triggered by perceived danger or threat, can lead us to make hasty, short-sighted decisions. It can cloud our judgment, making us focus on immediate survival rather than long-term prosperity. In the context of investing, fear can cause us to sell low when the market is down, resulting in losses. On the other hand, greed, driven by the desire for gain, can push us to take reckless risks. It can make us overconfident, blinding us to potential pitfalls. In investing, greed can lead us to buy high when the market is at its peak, which can result in losses when the market eventually corrects. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding these emotions and how they affect our financial decisions can be a powerful tool. By recognizing the influence of fear and greed, we can strive to make more rational, informed decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively to market fluctuations, we can develop a long-term investment strategy that takes into account market volatility. In the end, managing our emotions is just as important as managing our finances when it comes to investing. It's not just about numbers and data, but also about understanding our own psychological tendencies. Housel reminds us that investing is not just about understanding markets, but also about understanding ourselves. By acknowledging and managing our emotions, we can make better financial decisions, paving the way for long-term success. Understanding how emotions affect financial decisions is crucial for long-term success. Housel emphasizes the importance of adaptability in financial success. Let's examine this through the story of a legendary investor. In the world of finance, few names resonate as much as Warren Buffett. Known as the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett's investment strategies have made him one of the wealthiest people on the planet. But what's most intriguing about his journey is not just the wealth he's amassed, but how he's adapted his strategies over time. Warren Buffett started his investment journey as a disciple of Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. This approach involves identifying and buying shares of companies that are undervalued by the market. It's like finding hidden gems in a sea of stones, a strategy that requires patience, discipline, and a deep understanding of a company's intrinsic value. For many years, Buffett followed this philosophy, investing in companies with solid fundamentals that were undervalued by the market. But as times changed, so did Buffett's approach. The advent of technology brought forth a new breed of companies that didn't necessarily fit the traditional value investing mold. These were companies with massive growth potential but without the typical solid fundamentals that value investors like Buffett sought. In the face of this change, Buffett demonstrated a key trait that Housel emphasizes in his book: adaptability. Instead of sticking rigidly to his initial investment philosophy, Buffett evolved. He recognized the potential in these new age companies and started investing in them. The most notable example is his investment in Apple, a tech company that didn't fit the traditional value investing criteria, but has since delivered substantial returns. This shift in investment strategy shows that Buffett understood an important truth about the world of finance: it's always changing. Market dynamics shift, new sectors emerge, and what worked in the past might not work in the future. To be successful, one must be adaptable, willing to learn, and open to evolving their strategies. But let's be clear. Adaptability doesn't mean jumping on every new trend or throwing out your investment philosophy at the first sign of change. It means understanding the evolving landscape and adjusting your strategies accordingly while staying true to your core principles. For Buffett, his core principle has always been investing in businesses he understands and believes in. That hasn't changed, even as his investment portfolio has evolved. In conclusion, the story of Warren Buffett illustrates the importance of adaptability in financial success. It's a reminder that while the principles of investing remain the same, the strategies can and should evolve with the times. Just as Buffett adapted his approach with the arrival of technology companies, so should we be ready to learn, adapt, and evolve in our financial journey. Successful investing requires adaptability and the ability to evolve with the times. If you found this video enlightening, give it a thumbs up and consider reading the book for even more valuable insights. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more content that enriches your life. Until next time, make smart financial choices and keep learning.